नहीं अरे मैथ्स तो कंप्लीट हो गया ना पूरा
हो गया
क्या बता मेरे को मैथ्स का ब्रेक सही नहीं आगे इंटर में अभी भी नहीं है भाई आगे होगा अभी नहीं भाई का पूरा फोन जा रहा है क्या किया है इधर से टूट गया इधर से गया अरे वो स्क्रीन बदल गया अरे बाप बोलने लगा अरे तूने किया क्या बता गिरा है क्या है सर अरे वो रेट क्लियर करने के बाद हट जाता है क्लियर करने पड़ता है ना कितने बार दौड़ा पहली बार टूटा है मेरा तो देखा है ना पूरा टूटा था अभी तक वैसे ही रहेगा मुझे पूरा लॉकआउट कैसे है क्या अरे लॉकआउट हो जाता है इसलिए अरे वही ना अपन क्यों नहीं डाल सकते बंदे से तो डाल देंगे कैसे कौन देखने आने वाले हैं बस मेरा रोटो चिकन आया है तो कोड है हां रोटो चिकन कोड है मेरा कोड की हां पेपर ले लिया आपने कौन से क्वेश्चन एग्जाम के क्वेश्चन ले लिया अरे इनका सब चैप्टर ये लगता क्या करेंगे चैप्टर तो ज्योग्राफी कौन से थे ज्योग्राफी भाई हमारा है ज्योग्राफी में तुम लोग कौन से बताओ atmosphere वो सब हो गया atmosphere नहीं है आप बोल रहे हैं तो लेके आइए या नया फोन मेरे और सब चलाने पूरा स्क्रीन टूट गई पूरा नया अरे साइकिल जा अरे ब्रो क्या हो रहा है तो अपना की ठंडी पड़ गई नाम तो लेके और नहीं कुछ भी इससे लेके काय का आर्ट भी कर रहा है इन लोग हमको जोक मार दिया अरे फिजिक्स यार फिजिक्स का जैसे भी है सर फिजिक्स का मैं लड़ा नहीं कर रहा मैंने हाल कैसे डाला अरे सीन किया उसने सिर्फ सीन किया ऐसे कुछ नहीं है मेरा मतलब मान नहीं दिया मेरे गार्ड का इतनी बड़ी हो गई बेटी अब ऑर्डर का कर रहा है अरे इधर बाहर करेगी सवाल कर सकते अपने ये कट करता है ना इनका पूरा साइड भी कट ज्यादा ए भाई खाने तो बोल कितना डालना भाई मेरे कैलकुलेशन में एकदम से अगर अपन को फ्राइंगी खाना है 55 वाला तो अपन को 240 है 240 है वो है अबे ये 6-8 भी आएगा ना छुट्टी है हां तो नहीं फिर अपन को 55 वाली 130 सोच के मत देख तेरे को भी इसको और डालना है क्या देखो आराम से हमारे कितना डाल दे इस तरह के 200 रुपए में बड़ा नहीं और थोड़ा डाल दो प्लीज कितना डाल अबे चाहिए मतलब देख भाई देख अगर अपन 35 की स्टार्टिंग जाएंगे तो 35 को कितना 180 140 और अपन 4 कुछ डाले ये 100 का होगा तो डाले इसलिए हां 35 का है 35 की टाइम क्या है चीज 45 का मंचूरियन 35 का ना मैंने ये भी खाना है अभी हमने खाई तो ज्यादा ज्यादा ट्राई करिए मंचूरियन चीज खाने के 55 बोला तो उससे चीज लगी तो मार दे 45 हां 180 180 और फिर पूरा ये खत्म हो 180 और उसमें कंप्लीट हो गया भाई डालने को डाल तो वेरी गुड अच्छा है मन से क्या पैकेज की बात तेरा इतना जाता है लेकिन अपन चार में बहुत टाइम लग जाएगा। अरे इसको कंप्लीट मेरे को फोटो सेंड कर कौन से फोटो लिए पीपीटी बना है हां अरे क्या पीपीटी बना है मैक्सिमम बाद में आप पीपीटी है ना मेरे को फोटो सेंड करते हैं इंपॉर्टेंट साइड पे फोटो आइडिया नहीं बना फॉर पीपीटी सेंड एकदम बारीना देखता है इधर पीपीटी में वो मालूम नहीं टाइप के अरे हिस्ट्री पीपीटी में करना है अरे लिखा है मतलब देख के वो किया है और बेस्ट है अरे मुझे मालूम है पीपीटी में आगे तो साइंस में देखना है अरे सुबह लिखा है मछली को हमने ये कुछ भी निकाला और ये लिखा अबे उस दिन हम हुआ नहीं 480 हो गया 419 हो गया 19 होने वाला फिर हमारे काम जल्दी शुरू हो जाते हैं रेसिपीज कर रहा है मैसेज डाला नहीं तो जल्दी से दे दे हमने डाला निकलवा लेंगे वो का ध्यान रखती है मेरे जैसे हाल हो गए तेरी क्या बोले थे क्या पे मतलब मेरे को लगा नहीं ऐसा हो ऐसे हुआ ये हो रहा है अबे टैन ने क्या होगा उसमें क्या ले रहा है आगे बाहर पूरा समुद्र इकट्ठा हो रहा है हां मैं अभी सबने भेज दिया नहीं बात नहीं के पास दे रहे हो हां ये से हम बात को बात सेम नंबर है लैब पास अरे अरे हम लोग ऑलरेडी तो काम किए आज ही जाना तो समझ ले जाता है इसको बोला अरे भाई कैसा ले लेकिन दिल का सुन फोन कर दो मैं उसको बोल क्या कर रहे हैं अभी 6:20 लग गया मैं वो अलग से कल इसमें अरे अभी क्या बकवास कर रहे हैं दिन में 8 बार दिन में 8 बार क्या कैसे हो रहेगा अरे बस कैसे कर ले काम कर और चीज इज नॉट द बॉयफ्रेंड ठीक है कितना बढ़ता है प्रोटीन है दिन का अच्छा वही तो मैंने बोला दिन में 25 मिनट कंटिन्यू वर्क कर रहे क्या मैं क्या ये 25 साल वाला भी होता है I'm not sure whether you don't even see it. You have why do the GD matter? This is because of process of
Why did you come? So because she wrote we have lecture.
Yes, no, I have to be there.
I said it came last. The last two lectures you were not there. Even this lady was not there.
Okay, let's have
You know what? Rajasthan doing what? Some campaigning. Yeah, we were finishing the syllabus and just sitting up Rajasthan. Your syllabus is over. What questions that you have missed when we did some chapters with them? Did you miss anything?
Yes, yes.
I don't think.
But we didn't miss anything.
What is negative? I think there is so much of concentration. Which hardly he does, I say. Yeah.
That was scary.
Huh?
The subject was scary.
You can make action for skill. That's you go.
Yes.
And what else?
You did it.
But what about
So,
We'll all be having pani puri then we can have every lecture after the lecture I also go for Bikaner, they also are there.
You also take pani puri.
I don't take pani puri, I have to buy things for my daughter. But why you
But you also buy what's wrong? No money. Yes, ma'am.
Before I could reach, you all are reaching.
We are
saying
broke,
no
ma'am.
money.
We are no money.
If I check you, no, you must be having more money than I have. I don't have 500 in my bank.
You don't have.
Chalo, what portion you all have then, since you all have come, let us wind it up today nicely. We'll take a revision of important chapters only. All chapters not possible.
I know the question back.
You,
Very good.
So I just the portion
Respiration in plants, economic importance,
respiration in respiratory system hai. Because
respiratory.
respiratory system involved or online, no? Only
Respiration.
I was there now. Digestive system and respiratory system for you all. And what are the other motion is it?
Respiration in plants, nutrition.
For you all 10 chapters started.
Yeah.
What chapter?
Endocrine.
Endocrine. How much is done of the chapter?
Only the starting.
All sections started.
The mass standard is, I mean, our section is very ahead. Yeah. Because
Now, you want to go through digestive system, respiratory system. I'll take some oral and some few questions only I'll give you.
yes,
I don't have any problem.
thank you so much. Hello, everyone.
Discuss with these two for skin. Okay? I'll discuss it and then I'll give you a revision on that chapter.
What time you will do?
I know your lecture is still what time?
6:20.
6:20. I'll leave it at 6:10. 6, okay.
6. Thank you.
घर जाने के पहले 20 मिनट तक पानी पी खा सकते हैं। 20 मिनट तक पानी पी नहीं खाने। Question. In school. Yeah. इधर हो गया सब He's going into Rajasthan. He's not better.
Yes,
Chalo now. Digestive system or respiratory system पढ़ो. I'll give you some questions. Chalo now for this to skin, no skin to decide, discuss little bit. Look into that diagram there for skin. Look into the diagram for skin. Skin is not for you. Not for you all. For you all only digestive system and respiratory system पढ़ो. 15-20 minutes only. I'll give you time to go through. Then we will discuss some oral and some few questions I will write. Chalo, I'll not give you break in between. Chalega? Finish at one go and then you go leave.
Yes.
Then, वो diagram देखो. Skin.
But no one is understanding. But you are
Structure of skin. What are the layers? Now no talking. You read for yourself. Otherwise, how do I explain it? Parts of the skin. What to study? Layers first of all. What are the two layers of skin? Follow the diagram. What are the two layers of skin? Epidermis and dermis. Okay. Now epidermis and dermis. So now that you talk about epidermis, that is the outer layer. It has got sublayers. Epidermis has got sublayers. What are the three sublayers? Stratum, corneum. Keep locating. What are the layers of epidermis? What are the layers of epidermis? What are the layers?
First will take off the digestive system, then of
Get that together. Mixed. Mixed. what are the names? क्या हो गया? And where's your brother? Your brother was not there, I think, for the last 1 month. You don't know who's in the same house? अरे, not right now. रात को रहता है ना वो घर पे, दिन को भी रहता है, स्कूल जाता है. Then how come you don't know? He's doing good in exams. Doing good. Now, layers of epidermis. Yeah. You think about your feelings, which is going to come just in a period of some 7-8 months. Not even 1 year. You are going to write your first prelims in the month of December. It's not even 1 year. Chalo now. Now, Nilesh. Now, layers of epidermis. What are the layers to remember the names? Layers of epidermis. What are the layers? One is stratum corneum. Is it there?
Yes.
Next is stratum granulosum. Stratum granulosum, or the granular layer. And third is what? Stratum malpighi. Third is stratum malpighi. So the 3 layers that we are talking about, what are the 3 layers? One is stratum corneum, stratum granulosum, stratum malpighi. Some features of stratum corneum to remember. It is the dead layer. It is the most tough layer. It is a dead layer because the cells which are present in this layer are not capable of division growth anymore, and they are dead cells. And but then this particular layer also has got deposits of protein keratin, which is also making the layer tough. So this particular layer has got deposits of keratin. Okay. What about the granular layer?
What is the difference between bolus and chyme?
Bolus is the semi-solid mass formed in the mouth when the food you chew mixed with saliva. That is bolus. Chyme is what? Chyme is little bit semi-fluid because this bolus has gone down to the stomach and it has mixed with the gastric juice and it has become a little bit more watery now. So the chyme is moving from stomach to small intestine. Bolus is moving from mouth to stomach. Then, when you talk about the stratum granulosum, what is stratum granulosum? What are some of the special features? So, the cells are not able to divide. No keratin, nothing. But it is just a second layer, meaning whenever I'm drawing the layers of the skin, the uppermost layer is stratum corneum. Then I may draw another few more layers like this. I may draw another few more layers like this. And then I'm drawing a particular layer, something like this. Then I'm drawing a particular layer, something like this. Where now we talk about now this particular layer, which is this particular layer, which is again more denser, is what is known as the stratum malpighi. This particular layer is known as a stratum malpighi. And then just above this, there is just one more layer. This is known as the stratum granulosum, and this particular layer is known as the stratum malpighi. Then what are some of the special features of this particular layer, stratum malpighi? Cells of stratum malpighi undergo the process of division. New cells come from this layer. New cells come from this layer. These cells are also producing pigment melanin. So the skin color is because of melanin. And if I now talk about then what is stratum granulosum doing here? This is just a transition phase of the cells, I should say. Something like these are the cells which are producing melanin. These are the cells which are producing melanin. Then these cells are constantly, actually the cells are moving up like this. The cells are moving up like this. So these are the fresh cells, new cells producing melanin, moving upwards. So these cells, as they are moving upwards and as they come of the mid layer, they are almost losing the property of division. This is granulosa. They are losing the property of division. They are no more releasing melanin. And now that they are constantly moving up, they are completely dead. They are completely dead. So now they are called what? They are completely dead. And now that we say that these group of cells are what? Stratum corneum, the dead group of cells, the cornified layer. No. So this is about the three types of layers of the epidermis. Now next one, since we are talking about pigmentation, melanin pigment, melanin gives color to the skin. And the production of melanin to some extent is hereditary. And to some extent is again affected by the environmental conditions. Something like if I talk about a very fair person, let that person stand under the sun, exposed to the sun for a week continuously and in hot sun exposed. Obviously, this fair person will get a little bit tan. And if I talk about a British person like us, if continuously we expose ourselves to the hot sun and every day, we are getting darker. So what do we understand by this? That the melanin production is becoming more when we are exposed to sun. No? And that is the reason why we come across people of colder countries are fairer. And people of hot places, hotter places are always comparatively darker. It's not so talk about our own country, the northern part and the southern part. No. Why? What is the reason? Higher production of melanin. That's the reason with the temperature, sunlight exposure. So that is one part. So again, now if the melanin production is inadequate or due to some disease condition, if it is irregular, then what are some diseased conditions that we talk about? Some diseased conditions would be what? We understand that this is one is leukoderma and the other one is what is it? Albinism. Leukoderma. What is leukoderma? What is leukoderma? A condition where what is leukoderma? A condition where melanin
from smaller
a condition where melanin production is lesser, but the production of melanin becomes irregular, I should say, not complete absence, but melanin is present, produced, but irregularly produced. So the person is having some patchy skin. There. You were there with him in school for 6 hours, no 7 hours.
No, not with
But still you must understand. Still you did not meet him?
No, I went very early today.
Why very early? You have that option in your school?
No, I think I didn't waste any time after school, which we generally do. So we didn't meet.
Chalo, I'm giving you 20 minutes so that you can look at his face very nicely. Now you read. Now, when we are talking about this, what I said, what is the difference between leukoderma and albinism? Leukoderma, partial absence of melanin. Albinism, complete absence of melanin. Albinism is a genetic disorder which cannot be cured. Leukoderma may be cured. So leukoderma is not a genetic disorder at all. Don't bite your nails. 9th standard going to be 10th standard and still you are biting your nails. Now, when we are talking about this two different conditions, you are always asked differences. When we are talking about albinism, a person who is an albino suffering from albinism will also have the hair, eyelashes, eyebrows, all white, and complete absence of melanin. Okay. Now we talk about dermis. What are some parts of the dermis? What does the dermis have? Dermis is a thick layer. And it is not complete cellular, but it has got enough amount of matrix. Look into the dermis part of the diagram. It has got adequate amount of matrix. It has got blood vessels, nerve endings. It has got various different type of glands, the sweat glands, the sebaceous glands, and it has got deep inserted the hair follicle. Okay, and exactly at the base of the dermis, there is a layer of fat. What is the layer of subcutaneous fat known as adipose tissues? So that's the adipose tissue, the adequate amount of fat that gets deposited there. No, the excess amount of fat that gets deposited there. That is called adipose tissues. That is the adipose tissues. So now, when we are talking about this, let us learn some common functions. So if I talk about hair. Let us talk about the hair first. So what are some of the derivatives of the dermis? Derivatives means what? What is present in the dermis? What do we get from the dermis? One is the hair, something very important to talk about. Now the hair that we talk about, if you see, the hair has got certain parts known as the root. Root is what? The part which is deeper inserted in the dermis. No? The root and the neck part. The neck is just at the junction. This is now. Say suppose I'm talking about that. This is the okay. So now if I talk about that, this is the hair. This is the hair, and now this is the okay. Huh? Now it is very possible. She can give the paper. Wow, yes. Okay. Now, when we are talking about this, I will. We are not deaf, I think. So now, when we are talking about this, what are some of the important parts? This is known as the hair shaft, the part which is up above, the part that you can see. And this part is basically known as the neck part, and this is known as the follicle. So when we are talking about this entire region, which is nothing but made up of stratum malpighi, the specific layer, and this also can release melanin, and hence the color of the hair. No, the color of the hair is also because of the melanin. No? And here, the central region has got adequate amount of matrix substance, nutrients, and supplied by blood vessels. Now there will be a whole lot of blood vessels here, nerves here, blood vessels and nerves will be there. So what are the blood vessels doing? Supplying nutrients, no, for the growth. So this is known as the bulb. This is the follicle. This is the neck portion, and this is the shaft of the hair. Then next is what? When we talk about some of the other derivatives, here the nail, I'm not discussing, when this read on your own. The nail was there, and what else? The hair was there, the nail was there. And now we talk about the glands of the dermis. What are the special glands of the dermis? One is known as the sebaceous glands. Can you see? Yeah. When we talk about the hair, say suppose now there are some specialized type of glands like this on the hair follicle also, and they will be directly attached to the skin also. Now, what are these sebaceous glands doing? They are releasing some oily secretions known as a sebum. Now, this sebum that they release would make the entire surface of the hair oily, greasy. So that's the reason whenever we wash our hair, within a period of some 4-5 days, again it starts getting greasy, oily again. At the same time, we have got hair on our skin that also becomes oily and greasy, no? So apart from that, when we talk about this type of sebaceous glands present, whereas they get modified to be present also on the rims of the eyelids. At that time, they are known as the meibomian glands. Check the name in the book. Meibomian glands. What are they called? Meibomian. What are they called? Meibomian glands. So they are called meibomian glands. Okay. So this meibomian glands, meibomian glands, they are releasing oily secretion again known as a sebum, which is making the rims of the eyelids smooth and softer. Making the rims of the eyelids smooth and softer. And that is the reason the blinking process becomes so easy. If the rims of the eyelids are swollen and dry, every blink, you would have understood how many number of times you are blinking. Like exactly how many number of times we are swallowing our own saliva. Do we understand? No, but when we have throat pain, we understand. Because every time you are swallowing a bit of water also, you understand that yes, you are swallowing something. But other than that, we don't even understand. So because the process is so smooth, no? Same here. So when we are talking about the sebaceous glands, I said one modification of the sebaceous gland, one type of gland modified, present way on the rims of the eyelids. So on the rims of the eyelids, they are present. So now that we are talking about on the rims of the eyelids, they are present. These sebaceous glands, they would be allowing smooth blinking. Apart from this, the sebaceous glands are also present in the ear canal. At that time, they are known as ceruminous glands. When they are present in the ear canal, they are known as ceruminous glands, and they are producing the ear wax. Cerumen. And this ear wax is constantly trapping the dust and the germs and the unwanted substances, keeping the inner parts of the ear clean, so that the bones and the inner parts of the ears are constantly capable of doing perfect function. So that is about the sebaceous glands. I talk about the sweat glands. What are the sweat glands doing? And if I talk about the sweat glands, how will the sweat glands be? The sweat glands would be something like this. The sweat glands would be something like extensively coiled, and then they have got an opening like this. Now this sweat gland is always very close to some blood vessels. So a rope-like structure and extensively tangled very close to the base of the dermis. And very close to this tangles, what is there? A large number of blood vessels. There, oh, these sweethearts are constantly talking. So you stop this side starts. You stop this side, that one will start. One after the other.
I will take this.
You haven't started, but you will start. Now I'll take. Let me finish with them a little bit more. So you can study, you know. Are you done with everything? Then why don't you study? You may ask Anish questions because he had attended. He was the only one who attended that lecture. Wait. Online. God was sleeping on sneezing. What are you doing?
Even I did, I guess.
Don't tell me anything. I used to ask you questions, and after 15 minutes, you all used to answer. Correct or not? Now, when we talk about, that's why I said, since you all are here, let me take a revision of it. Now, when we talk about this, what is this? Excretory part. So this is the excretory part and this is the secretory part. Take a note in the diagram also. This is called the secretory part and this is called the excretory part. What is meant by secretory part? Which is very close to the blood vessels and where the process of diffusion is happening from the blood, the salts and the water and the urea getting diffused and getting collected in these tubes. And they are going to be drained out now to be thrown here on the surface of the skin, known as the sweat pore. But now that we are talking about the sweat, why is the sweat considered excretory? Because the sweat has got traces of urea. The sweat has got traces of urea. So here are asked questions, why is it considered excretory? No? So that is the answer that you write. Next is this sweat pore. Where do we find the sweat pore maximum and which part of our body does not have the sweat pores at all? Sweat pores are maximum in the palm, in the armpits. Sweat pore is maximum in this T-zone of our face or at the back, because these are some parts of the body which sweats a lot. Perspiration maximum. Can you name one or two regions of the body which does not sweat? Soles of the feet. Does it ever sweat? The soles never sweat because it's hard conified part of the body. So soles of the feet never sweat. So now when we are talking about the knees also they never sweat. Knee never sweats. So these are some dry regions of the body. No. So when we talk of the elbows, does the elbow sweat? Does the skin over here sweat at all? No, it doesn't sweat. So these are certain parts where the sweat pores are minimum, and there are certain parts where the sweat pore is maximum. No, so that is what you have to understand. Then when we talk about the sweat, regarding that again we talk about certain conditions. Now that during adolescent stages, some of you must be suffering from conditions known as pimples and acne and blackheads and all this. So why does this happen? This secretion of the sweat is much more at this particular age. Why? Because there's a whole lot of hormonal changes in your body, and on top of that, unnecessarily you're running also. So now that we are talking about that, the process of sweat secretion is more, and on top of that, if the cleaning, washing is not done properly, then the sweat is getting accumulated. You're not washing, cleaning, so the sweat is getting accumulated, and that becomes a storehouse for also bacteria. So bacteria gets attracted. Germs, pollutants get attracted, bacteria get attracted, and that results in the formation of a clog. A clump happens there. And this in due course of time starts blocking your sweat pore, a condition known as pimples. A condition known as pimples. So pimples is something which is comparatively bigger. And what about the acne? Acne are small, but they are spread out in a particular area. Many in this region, many in this region. These are common characteristics of adolescent stages. And what about the blackheads when I talk about? Wahi, same sweat release, no proper cleaning, washing, and the dirt and the dust getting accumulated. On top of that, the bacteria. And now that we are exposed to the sun, oxidation happening. It is something like the oil getting burnt, no, the coal getting burnt like that. So what is happening that at this particular region, small amount of the oily secretion and the sweat and the germs all getting burnt, resulting in the formation of a black clog, a black choke here as well. So that is what is known as the black heads. Okay, so these are some conditions that you have to study there. And what else in that chapter? Is there anything that I have missed out? I think this is all important that you have to go through. Is there anything that we missed out? Check. Leukoderma, albinism, the layers of epidermis. Dermis, what does it have? Sebaceous glands. Mammary glands is not there. Sebaceous glands, sweat glands. For sweat glands, you are supposed to remember the characteristics of the sweat secretion and conditions. That's it. Okay. Now, by the time I give them questions, you will go through this chapter entire, and after that, I'll give you just 10 questions from this chapter. Chalo, take out your notebook. Some questions I'll ask you oral, but first you will continue with the basic important questions I will give you, and as you write, I will take a oral test also. Upset to but easy word, thank you. I gave you 20 minutes and I told you to Big bag you bring and not even a single pen, right? And you can ask them first, no, why straight away Shreya? You ask Nilesh, no, he looks to have so many given name. Chalo now. No talking, nobody will ask answers. Whatever you know, you're going to write. I will ask you the answers. Each one of you, I will ask you the answers. No sharing. Write on your own, whatever you know. No sharing means no sharing answers. One question also left, right? Up to you. Thank you. Answers likhte jao. Whatever you know, you write. Then only you are able to test yourself.
Afterwards, can you take a photo of this?
Arey baapre. Just okay. I have any option? क्योंकि मैं अगर भर जाएगा तो मैं वाइप करने वाली हूँ. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू वेट फॉर योर फोटो. बुक्स बंद करो. एवन पढ़ रहा है. And what is that? अच्छा, energy. अरे मेरा इतना अच्छा हैंडराइटिंग तुम लोग को समझ में नहीं आता. These questions obviously you should read when you are preparing for the exam. Hey, क्या बोला? Sorry. I'll keep giving you. You also keep. I said 10 का space रखो. I'll give you 10 each. क्या हो गया? अच्छा चलो करते रहो ना, बाकी करते रहो। इफ यू डोंट नो वन टू और वे नॉर्मल है का तो नहीं आएगा, करो ना, बाकी करो।
आयरन को पढ़ा है
एक हाथ की आया।
नहीं ऐसे नहीं होगा, मेरे बच्चों के साथ ऐसे कभी हुई नहीं।
और ये भी आदमी यार
आ जाएगा या फ्रॉम द फेट ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स आफ्टर डाइजेशन।
but it contains some breakdown or something and
हाँ,
something
तो एमिनेशन है तो कौन सा प्रोडक्ट का ब्रेक, विच कंपोनेंट? ब्रेकडाउन ऑफ एमिनो एसिड्स,
the proteins
नहीं, ब्रेकडाउन ऑफ एक्सेस एमिनो एसिड्स. Products are different. Products, it's not there also in your syllabus. The amino acids are broken down to certain other different carbon compounds, and in that process, urea is released. This process is called deamination process. So you are supposed to write breakdown of amino acids in the liver. In the liver, breakdown of amino acids in the liver. Breakdown of amino acids in the liver to release urea. क्या लिखनी है? भाव नहीं सकते, खा के फिर से आना है।
नहीं ना, प्रोजेक्ट ही करना है, आज कहीं नहीं रहेंगे, आज कहीं नहीं रहेंगे, प्रोजेक्ट ही करना है।
तब एसटीपीएस अटेंड नहीं कर सकते, नहीं कर रहे।
और बिकाने में नहीं जाता। बर्थडे
अरे चलो चलो कंप्लीट करो फास्ट। अरे मेरा प्रोजेक्ट मेरा हो गया। मैं नाना बीमार है नाना को क्यों बीमार कर रहे हैं? मिलने जा रहा हूँ। पहले बीमार थे। अरे अभी बीमार है। नाना नहीं आ रहा। आ जाओ। सामने देखा तो मेरा अभी क्या मैंने पेरेंट्स ने इतना छोटा नाम रखा कि बड़ा सा नाम रखना चाहिए, इसलिए तो ये एडवांटेज होता है ना। अनीश छोटा सा नाम है, कोई भी फटाफट ले सकता है, बुला सकता है। अच्छी बात है। करो
What is glycolysis?
glycogenesis के code you all also have this chapter
last final
digestive system है
पूरा बुक क्या
तो ये क्वेश्चन लेके रखो
ये किसका मालूम पूरा फोटो
अबे दे रहा एग्जाम
प्लीज सब फोटो दे पूरा स्पीच से भी लिखा
क्या?
अरे हाँ देखो हिस्ट्री कुछ दे दो
नंबर है क्या
आपने देख उससे भी लेजी है हमारे पास पूरा है ना ओ
भाई अरे इसका तो शाम को तक नहीं मिलेगा भी और सबके पास फोन रहता है लड़के लोग क्या फिर आगे के पास बोलते हैं
तो केवल नाम फोन ही नहीं है
नहीं है
नाम ले लिया
बैक चेक करूं
नाम सच में ले लिया नाम वो ऑनलाइन खत्म हो गया के साथ ले
तो
लिया
नाइस नो
आज काय करना है
nice I'm feeling so good about your parents that they are able to control you
That is not relevant.
हाँ
और
I'm saying
मैं तो ना पूरी
नहीं तो the type of excuses that you all give
बस वो दीवार के पास ऐसे आगे का
हाँ
हाँ
अकेली जा रही है।
नेवान उसको मिसयूज नहीं करता होगा तो उसके
मैं भी
parents
अकेले ही
क्लियर नहीं
नहीं रहा
हम लोग के पेरेंट्स ने अगर देख के पीछे नहीं लिया है तो मतलब मिसयूज बहुत हो रहा है करो अगर ऐसे लिखोगे तो सिक्स ओ क्लॉक को छुट्टी चाहिए तो ये पूरा कंप्लीट होगा वर्क देन ओनली यू विल गो याद आ रहा है
अगर सेकंड या थर्ड फोर्थ आते हैं तो
करो ना व्हाटएवर यू नो यू डू
मतलब शॉर्ट नहीं
taking it for granted that you know it no point giving you this again क्या नहीं है तो नहीं आता उसको छोड़ो बाकी करो ना एग्जाम में कैसे लिखते हो हाउ डू यू राइट योर एग्जाम अरे सॉरी तू भी 90
we have to define that.
what I'm going to define it. I'm wrapping up this part, huh?
One second.
wait a minute.
Take, otherwise I'm going to wrap now this.
Ish.
देखो मैम, देखो फोन देखो मैम करके।
हाँ
1 2 3 4
तेरे तो कौन है
मेरे पास रीजन है।
नहीं गिफ्ट दे दे बर्थडे
देखो
wait,
wait
मैम देखो
wait let me finish हाँ their phones are more expensive than mine.
No,
They were like students.
Mine is second hand. I got this from my.
Now, is it continue? I'll ask you answers. हाँ complete करो. अभी एक भी बात नहीं फटाफट complete करो. Finish.
yes yes
यहाँ पे 2 points हाँ. I hope you remember what I taught you also. 2 points to write here.
Ma'am. Glycolysis is the process of conversion of glucose into pyruvate.
नहीं.
हाँ भाई
Glycogenesis. Genesis is always a formative process. Genesis, excess of glucose getting converted to glycogen in the liver.
Converted to glycogen. And from the other process.
Glucose getting broken down to pyruvate is glycolysis. Lysis is a breakdown process. And genesis is always a formative process. Excess of glucose getting converted to or stored in the form of glycogen in the liver cells. Excess trypsin क्या है? When are you going to study? When is your exam?
13th Feb. Bio exam is on 17th.
So 13th Feb आज और कितना हो गया? 9th standard English are more than 1 month.
अभी हम beginning में.
Let's go.
I mean, never said anything on.
So one for picnic where?
Magic.
Please.
where is that?
there is that
Oh, so you go there.
You are so you are not bothered with the exam. You're more exam. You can go fast. You just have half an hour. Just half an hour बाकी. So important.
after writing this we are free.
Yes.
First you write, then you will think of reading.
हाँ 10 आप लोगों ने मैसेज किया
All done?
Ma'am, why didn't you only? Well, he was not against this time. One, two.
ये वेदांत सच में शरीक लग रहा है ना तभी तो उसके पेरेंट्स ने फोन ले लिया तभी तो वो शरीक लग गया
What is talking now? We said it in Dabba for
I don't know.
it doesn't
Okay, सब में क्यों अटका हुआ है? तेरी गाड़ी से Snapchat है.
वेरी गुड वेरी गुड
इससे भी फोटो ले सकते हो नहीं चल रहा है रख दे
how much you must have bullied your parents and your parents
Mom,
तुम तीनों को बोल रही हो how much you must have bullied your parents that your parents are forced to give you such phones वेदांत वो कर नहीं पाया बेचारा
ma'am, why bully?
bully you are constantly emotionally blackmailing us no you become fools also at times your children are always bullying parents no, we don't bully parents
and your children also bully you
That was the experience.
so that is my experience that's why I'm telling you
this conversation what did
that's why I'm telling you
Huh?
he can do much more bullying
When? When what?
हो गया सारा हो गया you must be telling your parents know that online ये करना है Instagram करना है finish up चलो ना श्रेया
Mom, उसका भी देखो.
कंप्लीट करो लास्ट
नहीं मैम उसका मत
मत देखो
मेरे अकाउंट में
आज की आप देख के तो बोलोगे नहीं कि
सिर्फ
मेरी
मैसेज करता हूँ.
मेरे अकाउंट में तो आकाश के फोटोज हैं।
नहीं आकाश गुप्ता
आप देखो ये स्टार का फोटो है देखो ये
Okay, I understood which Akash you're talking about. Now put the phone inside your bag.
Very good.
आकाश नाम में लड़का भी नहीं है
किसी मीटिंग में हो सकते हैं।
चुप ना
हाँ, इतना बड़ा है।
टॉर्चर करती हूँ उसको
चलो चलो कंप्लीट करो।
नीचे लेटर भी निकलना है सर।
चल चल बस लास्ट there are many. I'm not giving you any. This one.
Yeah, practical निकलना पहले।
What?
This year also I think।
I didn't get what you said. Specific for the entire
हाँ।
social care.
I think। I'm in 10th so they have 3 papers I think। अरे biology for 10 specific paper।
10 for prelims you are saying.
No ma'am, it's not decided textbook they are
अच्छा specific. चलो now complete करो. I'll give you last 5 minutes. Already you have been writing. Why your pen is so light like?
Ma'am, I don't know। Even better pencil।
Fine. Let us start with this part. Those questions I'll ask you once you finish. Fine. I gave you only 4. Page tells it. What is it? It is a one. Peristalsis. It is a wave-like contraction caused by the gut pushing along.
Pushing the food along।
Pushing the food. Pushing the food along.
वही है देवा जी ना
Along the esophagus. So you are talking about the entire process of contract, and it is actually not esophagus, along the entire alimentary canal. You write the complete answer. Peristalsis is not only in the esophagus. Peristalsis is not only in the esophagus. Peristalsis is all throughout the alimentary canal. So what should you write? The wave of contraction.
Constriction caused by the gut pushing the food along the alimentary canal।
Entire alimentary canal. Deamination.
Breakdown of amino acids in the liver to produce urea।
Breakdown of excess of amino acids in the liver cells.
To produce
To
urea।
produce urea by actually breaking down the amino group. So that is called deamination. What is cellular respiration?
And the diffusion by which and cellular respiration is diffusion by which
No, cellular respiration is not diffusion. Cellular respiration is the other respiration taking place in the cells.
दो in plants
What is cellular respiration? याद करो 4 phases of respiration: breathing, gaseous exchange, T2 respiration, and cellular respiration. So cellular respiration क्या था? अब respiratory system पढ़ने का टाइम नहीं होगा। What is cellular respiration? The other day when I took that lecture, I gave you definitions of all the 4.
What is cellular? Is the breaking down of
complex substances
it is the breakdown of
Glucose.
glucose into energy and water.
water vapor।
Now the first one inside the body cells to release carbon dioxide and energy is called cellular respiration. What is cellular respiration? Right here. What is cellular respiration? This you are asking your exam. Cellular respiration क्या है? I gave you one more. T2 respiration. So these 4 definitions I gave you also in your notes. What is cellular respiration? The breakdown of food in the presence of oxygen to give rise to carbon dioxide and energy. Breakdown of food in the body cells, breakdown of food in the presence of oxygen to give rise to carbon dioxide and energy. Give rise to carbon dioxide and energy is known as cellular respiration.
Give rise to
Carbon dioxide and energy. Respiration में क्या होता है basically? Glucose is getting broken down with the help of oxygen to give rise to carbon dioxide and energy.
ATP।
ATP. So So इसी को ही basically which is happening in the cells is cellular respiration. Our alveoli designed to bring about exchange of gases. I put this in the defined section. Never mind. Let us answer this. How are alveoli designed to bring about the exchange of gases?
They have extremely thin wall.
Thin layer or thin wall made up of epithelial cells or single.
They are
इसमें था विलाय में था तो सेम alveolus में भी है. How are the alveolus designed? Number one, the first one is so how are the alveoli designed? You are supposed to write. They have a very thin wall made up of single layer of epithelial cells. They have a very thin wall made up of single layer of epithelial cells. They have a very thin wall made up of single layer of epithelial cells. And second point is what?
they are very small inside.
Then they are richly supplied with blood vessels. They are richly supplied with blood vessels. That's the second point. Richly supplied. So because of these 2 points, they are extremely or they are maximally designed for the process of gaseous exchange. So we're done with this. Come to the name the following part. Take a first question. क्या है?
पहला आंसर
Emulsification.
Name the following. देखो ना question देखो.
Acha. Ma'am, the food substances that are digested by enzyme salivary enzyme. Carbohydrates.
Carbohydrates. या तो starch.
Carbohydrates.
Carbohydrate या तो starch. Substance that is digested by salivary amylase. Next follow.
Hard substance formed in the covering form.
Next.
Salivary gland close to the inner
Next, the component of the
articulate sepsis.
articulate. Gastric juice
component of
and activates. HCl. HCl activates pepsinogen to pepsin.
What is that?
HCl activates pepsinogen to pepsin. Next.
Product formed by the breakdown of
Galactose. Galactose and glucose. So galactose and glucose are both glucose and lactose is galactose is temporary compound of oxygen and hemoglobin.
diaphragm.
Diaphragm.
Veins. The blood vessel carry the oxygen to the lungs.
Blood vessel that carries deoxygenated blood veins. Very good. Pulmonary artery. ये पढ़ना है यार. These things come in the paper. Pulmonary artery. Lines of the layers of pleura. What are the layers of pleura?
अरे आज से पढ़ा था वो. एक बी से और एक बी से.
Outer parietal and inner visceral. Outer parietal and inner visceral. ठीक है? Come to this part. Parietal, P-A-R-I-E-T-A-L, parietal and visceral, P-I-S-C-E-R-A-L.
Now what is
Come to this. What is meant by emulsification of fat? Again, Vedant. Number one, answer लिखा. One by one. Number one, emulsification of fat.
Emulsification means emulsified fat is converted into amino acids like that.
What is emulsification of fat? Breakdown of fat
fatty acids.
with the help of white salts. देखो मेरा right there. You are writing absolute wrong answer.
अभी ऐसे कैसे
ऐसे कैसे मैं तो वही पूछ रही हूँ ऐसे कैसे मैं पूछ रही हूँ ऐसे कैसे
अलग
breakdown of fat बोल रहे हो तुम अमीनो एसिड लिख रहे हो ऐसे कैसे breakdown of fats with the help of bile salts. Breakdown of fats with the help of bile salts to form
Fatty acids.
fatty acids and glycogen दिया है glycerol होता है not glycogen हाँ glycerol हाँ so breakdown of fats with the help of bile salts to form glycerol here Y C R L fatty acids and glycerol next delay what is number 2
What is the rule of sin?
हाँ
Acts on proteins and polypeptide to form amino acids and smaller peptides.
and this reaction takes place in the
Small intestine.
small intestine duodenum very good very good this takes place in the small intestine or duodenum again what is the role of trypsin converts is trypsin the first protein digesting enzyme second amylopsin no trypsin is the second protein digesting enzyme इसके पहले stomach में pepsin होता है now we are talking about trypsin as a second enzyme which is the enzyme of the pancreatic juice so this trypsin is that is gastric juice so trypsin is acting on the complex proteins or partially digested proteins partially digested proteins so that's why the answer is acting on proteins or peptides polypeptides and converting them to smaller peptides and amino acids converting them to smaller peptides and amino acids next is what is glycogenesis what is glycogenesis
The process when the excess of glucose is converted to glycogen.
process of conversion of excess of glucose to glycogen in the liver next glucose to glycogen glycogen to glucose अगर बोलोगे तो breakdown हो जाएगा glycogenolysis हो जाएगा glycogenesis मतलब glycogen form हो रहा है glycogenesis और genolysis बोलोगे तो glycogen break हो रहा है हाँ next what is oxygen debt what is oxygen muscles have to respire chemically due to the deficiency of oxygen and what compound do they form at that lactic acid they result in the formation of lactic acid 2 molecules of ATP which may also result in cramps किसमें no need I'm saying if you remember you write but what is the substance that you have to write oxygen debt meaning deficiency of oxygen during the deficiency of oxygen muscle cells respire anaerobically forming lactic acid that much you have it may can you write down the difference between this did you write it in your notebook I want you to write it likho table banao और कॉलम बनाओ ये क्या है बीट बॉक्सिंग है
क्या
ये नहीं तुम्हारा टैलेंट तुम दिखा रहे हो
मैम टैलेंट तो बहुत है ना अभी तो बीट
now next make a column and दो differences लिखो between gaseous exchange one major difference between gaseous exchange and tissue respiration complete one नाम लिखा
वो बताइए
लिखना हम लोग नहीं सकते
ठीक है
उसी को देख के ले
तुमने लिखा नहीं होगा
मैंने लिखा है ना मैंने लिखा है ना सुमानना नीचे सोच के लिख रहे हो
अच्छा कम ऑन लेट मी राइट
blood flows from lungs to nearby
that flow
oxygen
I want your correct answer that I must have given you in your notes also difference between gaseous exchange and tissue respiration कितना है
oxygen flows from lungs to
Flows.
nearby blood
flows
Diffusion
oxygen
of
movement is
diffusion of
from
gases without any
diffusion लिखना है Nilesh answer should be very good answer should be if I have to write gaseous exchange what do I understand during gaseous exchange oxygen diffuses from the lungs alveolus or lungs to tissues
from blood vessels
I'm sorry from lungs to blood vessels
nearby blood vessels
and carbon dioxide from blood vessels to lungs ये हो गया gaseous exchange tissue respiration में
oxygen diffuses from the blood vessels into the tissues surrounding tissues and CO2 moves from the tissues to surrounding blood
vessels आया समझ में so if I am talking about the exchange between the alveolus and the blood vessel that is what is known as gaseous exchange and if I am talking about the exchange between the blood and the tissues which is a step forward उसको बोलेंगे tissue respiration remember now how is oxygen transported to tissues how is now this answer I have not given I want all of you to write down this answer question लिखो how is oxygen transported to tissues लिखो oxygen you don't have this diagram and तो लिखो ना questions answers लिखते जाओ ना what happens he did not write it in one नहीं लिखा
मनीष क्या कर रहा है
how is oxygen transported to tissues देखो oxygen diffuses from lungs to the nearby blood vessel and forms acha nearby blood vessels full stop hemoglobin diffuses to the nearby blood vessels full stop hemoglobin of RBCs form a temporary compound with oxygen known as oxyhemoglobin full stop oxygen is transported in the form of oxyhemoglobin and breaks down into hemoglobin and oxygen at the breaks down into oxygen and hemoglobin at the tissue surface or near the tissues breaks down into oxygen and hemoglobin near the tissues full stop last line the oxygen diffuses into the tissues ये वाली एक्सरसाइज कंप्लीट नहीं किया स्कूल में
ये लिखना नहीं
कंप्लीट किया चेक करो सब किया
किया पर नहीं भी खाने को किसी ने ये नहीं खाई
नहीं
Yeah.
all done no?
Last time, what happened to that? There
2 points में लिखो, write down the answer on your own.
is
लिखो, I want you to write. तुम्हारा ना? 2 points में आंसर लिखना है. What are the points to write? Number 1.
Now the ribs move upward and outward by the action.
I asked you only inhalation.
By the contraction of the intercostal muscles.
Due to the contraction of intercostal muscles, the ribs move
It outward and
upwards. Outward and upwards.
the diagram is
Increasing the the ribs are moving outward, upward. So इससे horizontal space बढ़ रहा है.
Yes.
What is the ribs doing? Becoming flat, flattened, contracted and flattened. So इससे vertical space of the chest cavity बढ़ जाता है.
And on the diagram, the dome is generally a dome-like shape.
Normal.
And while inhalation, it becomes almost flat.
Curved. Inhalation it becomes flat. Exhalation it becomes flat.
Hence, increasing the chest cavity due to the pressure on the abdominal muscles, and hence inhalation, the oxygen. There is a low pressure inside the lung.
Lung
and the oxygen
inside
and oxygen outside.
Air is moving from a region of high pressure to region of low pressure. तो ये 2 पॉइंट है diaphragm and ribs के लिए लिखना है. All of you will write it down again. So complete करो. Ribs moving upward and outward, increasing the horizontal space of the chest cavity. Increasing the horizontal space of the chest cavity. Ribs, that is about ribs. Now diaphragm. Diaphragm contracts and flattens. Diaphragm contracts and flattens, increasing the vertical space of the chest cavity. Increasing the vertical space of the chest cavity. Increasing the vertical space of the chest cavity. So you are not to explain the entire process of inhalation here. It is only asking you about ribs and diaphragm. You may get a complete question and explain the process of inhalation also. Chest cavity. Okay. These 2 chapters from your portion, these 2 chapters would carry more weightage also. Many questions, diagram-based questions also will come. Apart from that, respiratory plants is all experiment-based. All these experiment-based questions are going to come. So read these 3 chapters nicely. Okay. Anything to ask, clarify? All the best. Do well in your exams. Okay. Everyone. Now, from that chapter, do you want me to give you some extra questions which you can try as homework? करना है? करना है तो लिखो. Just 10 questions as I told you I want to give you. वो तुम homework कर लेना. By chance कुछ doubt है तो doubt solving में अपना चेहरा दिखा. Number 1. Number 1. Name 2 modified forms of sebaceous glands. तुम लोग अगर जाना चाहो तो जा सकते हो. All the best. You well in the exam. Yes.
आपको भी happy
Now, what is the number 1? Modified forms of sebaceous gland. Number 2. State the layer or mention the layer of epidermis that produces melanin. Number 3. State 2 locations of protein keratin in our body. State 2 locations of protein keratin in our body. Number 3. Number 3.
This is not.
Acha,
No,
number
this
4.
is.
Number 4. Number 4. Right, one difference between leukoderma and albinism. Leukoderma, albinism. 5. Number 5.
Yes, ma'am.
How does, I forgot to explain in the process of goose flesh, that's also very important part of the chapter, where the hair follicle is connected with the malpighi with a set of muscles known as the erector muscles. And these erector muscles, when they contract, the hairs on our body which is oblique, they become straightened up, a process known as piloerection. So that part you will read and write. Right down? When it happens when we feel either too cold or terrorized. Whenever you are scared. नहीं. Hot में goosebumps कभी नहीं होगा. Hot में goosebumps नहीं होगा. Very cold है या तो emotional condition में. Excessively tense and terror है उसमें भी या तो you are remembering an incident of your life जो बहुत scary था. तो under basic emotional conditions पे होता है बहुत cold. अच्छा. Explain piloerection. This comes from 3 marks. So write your answer in at least 4 points. जहाँ पे muscle का नाम लिखना होगा. I gave you this answer also, no, Shreya? I gave you the answer. Explain the process of piloerection. Do you have it in your notebook now? इसको दे दो. ये process आप देखो जो मैंने दिया था notes में. Explain the process of piloerection. Okay. ये देखो कंप्लीट करो. तो I'll give you another. एक साथ बैठ जाओ ना दोनों. एक साथ लिख लो.
Piloerection is the game.
Literally, piloerection, teaching an direction. Well, so that's what we would like to do. You remember taking a theater?
Very handwriting is this.
Oh, नहीं, but then वो ये उतना छोटा तो नहीं ये सब 4 लाइन फिट कर रहे हैं. कर लेना कोशिश कर मैं उठा करके देखो पॉइंट का टेक्स्ट बुक से लिखने का हाँ बहुत सही है हाँ उसकी रेपुटेशन नहीं है यहाँ पे कोई किसी की नहीं है वो मैम के सामने हाँ तुम चारों
ये 4 जो आप बैठे थे
हाँ
उनसे बहुत अच्छी है.
हमसे
अब तो जल्दी
ये क्या है अनिश जाओ
अनिश के क्या है?
ये क्या लिखा हुआ है कॉन्ट्रैक्शन है
रिलैक्स
नहीं
नहीं कुछ भी लिखना फिर
मैं वो जगह छोड़ रही थी आपके यहाँ चला गया
आकाश तो पोस्ट नहीं कैंसिल आने वाले एक भी पोस्ट नहीं है तो है ना कि आएंगे मैंने लाइक भी किया एराटे कैसे गुजर एग्जाम
और सब अरे मेरे कहने से लिस्ट किया था वो फिर जो कितना चला हाँ हाँ अरे
नेवार
मैं नाम में से चेंज कर रहा हूँ
अच्छा मुझे पोस्ट को लाइक नहीं किया
बहुत
तेरे पहले
only that answer right
हाँ वही तो एक ही आंसर था वाला
पढ़ा है
only binary section मैंने पढ़ा था only that much right the rest you can write it down
like what is bilateration explain the process wait for
explain the process हाँ उतना वो लिखो फाइलो इरेक्शन मतलब if you remember
bilateration की बना
वो जो स्क्रीन पर भी दिखा हाँ this is हाँ ये है हेयर फॉलिकल फाइलो अरे बाप रे you said what is फाइलो इरेक्शन what is wrong with these children God knows फाइलो इरेक्शन स्पेलिंग किसको नहीं आता है PI
क्या सही आदमी है तुम reasonable actually it makes more sense to be right
exactly in coordinators
is
हाँ मेरे स्कूल का नोट कितना क्रेज है एक भागता हुआ इंसान और क्रॉस एंड बुक नीचे काइंड गॉड रीडर कितने सारे कॉन्वेंट स्कूल है आपके बाप रे नॉन कॉन्वेंट स्कूल में
congrats
I'm very happy आपकी बेटी कॉन्वेंट स्कूल में है नॉन कॉन्वेंट स्कूल ज्यादा अच्छी होती है कौन-सी स्कूल में हमारा अच्छा रुद्र किसको रुद्र छोड़ के चला
हाँ that voice
बाकी है
he comes
इसके लिए कुछ नाम आता है
कितना पैसा बर्बाद किया पेरेंट्स का आधा था
that boy must have come hardly for 3 months
वो भी बीच में बहुत बड़ी छुट्टी ली थी
B1 almost was not there then मेरी 10th has started no 10th portion started
नहीं ये पोर्शन तो खत्म होना चाहिए स्कूल में
how many chapters take left for your
स्कूल में हाँ ऑब्वियसली वरना 10 का कुछ कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ ये प्रीलिम्स में
something like that और नॉर्थ पॉइंट ने अभी स्टार्ट किया फिर अगले साल हम ही पहले खत्म करेंगे नॉर्थ पॉइंट हमारे पीछे रहेगा
मेरा स्कूल में
तो वीकली 2 घंटे
ये चल रहा है बैक्टीरिया मेरा No, बस I think
नहीं,
कोई
नहीं।
बात नहीं है।
पूरा लेके रहा
ये 3 बाकी हैं।
हाँ, इस बार मम्मी पापा को बोलना मैं कोई थाईलैंड जाने का प्लानिंग नहीं करे। हाँ, पता चला कि मैं तुम पूरा अपना वेकेशन पे चले जाते हो और आपके बाद they will all finish their half of the syllabus in the month of May.
More than half actually क्योंकि 6 घंटे का क्लास होता है ना
आराम
सबका।
से आराम से चार पांच चैप्टर्स पर सब्जेक्ट आराम से खत्म हो जाता है।
हाँ,
तो आराम से नाश्ता खाना सब
हाँ
इधर 6 घंटे का नहीं
nowadays it's 8 o'clock. It start from 8.
but
7:30. I give you some 3 more questions and then wind up. बाकी questions होगा पर how many students were class?
Right. We have 5 sections, 4 of science and 1 of commerce. In the science class, there are 30 students. In the commerce class, there are 40 students.
Commerce is good.
There are few fields in that. Science and
नहीं commerce also has a lot of scope in it.
scope and field is different. Scope and
Either they have been many people can't get a job after taking science because most of them think it's engineer or doctor mostly. They have no the rest of the options. It's you need to research about it.
that's the issue.
Hey, everything go.
R&D करते हैं पूरी कंपनी इंजीनियरिंग और
This is the
Yeah. That was which question? 6 देखो. Question 6 लो पहले. How many more lines were you to write?
I guess
last line.
Anjali.
अच्छा चलो देखो you can't wait in 2 minutes.
ना तो बहुत स्टोरी
वो लिखा ना था वो
Marker.
में क्या होगा वो स्टूडेंट के पास ही होगा.
6 घंटे की क्लास में हमारा इवनिंग में 3 घंटा था पर 10th का सुबह था ये। मेरे को याद है क्योंकि मेरा दोस्त आकर रो रहा था मेरे को।
Number 6.
हाँ।
Number 6. This one is from here again. Okay, so important there. State the function of. State the function of. State the function of strata cornea. इसमें ये लिखोगे stratum corneum is a dead layer, tough layer made up of protein keratin and it prevents entry of germs, pathogens, and number 2 prevents also the evaporative loss of water. So ये तो लिखना है. Number 2, number 7. Number 7. Number 7 लिखो. What is the function of? What is the function of the adipose tissues in the dermis. 8. In the dermis. What is dermal papilla? What is dermal? DERMAL. Papilla. 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 What is dermal papilla? Question mark. Number 9. What is dermal papilla? Question mark. Number 9. Write one difference between. Write one difference between sebaceous and sweat glands. Sebaceous and sweat glands. So can you write down this difference now? Let me check what you write. This is important. Take your book. One different column for now. Write one difference between the sebaceous. This I think I gave you all. I gave you sweat gland. One difference between sebaceous and sweat gland. One difference between sebaceous and sweat gland.
But with that, but the quality water.
What is the major two differences if you have to write? What should we write?
Is it two difference?
Family.
Two different, real one.
Differences between sebaceous and differences between sebaceous and sweat glands. How many differences are here? Sebaceous and sweat. They don't know. This is important.
And now we have given
So here comes a number here, number 9. Number 9, you will just take down difference between sweat and sebaceous gland. And number 10, Nico, that we will wind up with that. Number 10. ये अपने आप homework करोगे, right? This you will write. Number 10. Write two differences between warm-blooded and cold-blooded animals. Two differences between warm-blooded and cold-blooded. So warm-blooded का क्या है concept? Organisms which can maintain stable temperature even when there is temperature fluctuation outside. Warm-blooded. We are warm-blooded, no? Cold-blooded types of frogs. Their body temperature changes according to the outside temperature. तो ये अपने आप लिखोगे और ये स्वेट और सेबेशियस का या तो देख लो एक बार, देख के अपने आप लिखो या तो कॉपी करो, दोनों में से कुछ करो। लिखो अन्ना फटाफट लिखो। Sweat and sebaceous glands. Sweat glands, sebaceous glands.
Produces watery secretion as well.
हाँ क्या हो गया?
Sweat is a secretion produces water secretion known as sweat.
Sweat glands produces watery secretions known as sweat.
Milk.
Mammary gland we are not studying तो वो नहीं लिखना है. And sebaceous में लिखोगे basically correct है. Take that is example. वो दे रहा है. Sebaceous gland produce oily secretions known as sebum. Sweat gland produces watery secretion known as sweat because actually this is mammalian paper.
Advanced wetlands and modified sweat. Tubular structures consisting
Oh,
of a deeper secretory part,
Secretary part.
secretory part and a long excretory part which goes in the skin. And a long excretory part which opens in the skin. Tubular structures consisting of a deeper secretory part.
Skin. Okay.
Secretion का function है ना sebaceous glands, the oily secretion helps in trapping dust, germs, and also reduces evaporation. The oily secretion helps in trapping dust, germs, and also reduces evaporation. Loss of water.
Okay, Anna.
Evaporation.
Next.
A sweat gland, the watery secretion, especially sweat.
Function, no?
The watery secretion, especially sweat.
Especially sweat contains, no?
The watery secretion, especially sweat, helps in regulating the body heat by generating cooling. Sweat helps in regulating the body heat by generating a cooling effect. Okay.
Okay. So few questions. We will try and smooth out. So yeah, answer this chapter also. Okay. Okay, all the best, all of you. Very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
thank you.
The text is on the opposite.